Okay, before I get too far into doing other stuff for today, I'm going to do some reverse indirect on Obsidian. And I broke this last week or something, so I'm going to work on it a little bit, get a video done, and then I can work in peace. Unless someone requests something else that needs to be shown right away in 5 minutes. So I'm going to do a combination of trimming up the edge because it's broken, right? I'm going to flatten this out and I'm going to put notches in it. I'm going to be doing it with the reverse indirect. Now this is an in-between type of Obsidian, in between Dacite and Obsidian. Can you see? That's the problem with this whole situation, is not being able to see, especially with Obsidian. Is that better? I don't even know if that's better. Let's I shifted the lamp to the whole different side. Do you see what I'm doing? No? Blurry? Maybe, maybe not. If you've already got experience knapping, this is no big deal. Can you see the tip of that? It's got an angle on both sides. I use it for indirect percussion horizontal. This is indirect percussion vertical. But with the added characteristic of reverse vertical indirect percussion. This is reverse vertical indirect percussion. I use this normally with horizontal indirect percussion. Is there a reverse horizontal? Probably. I can probably set it up to be reverse horizontal. Why is it reverse? What makes it reverse? I'm hitting the workpiece instead of hitting the tool. That's what makes it reverse. Hitting the workpiece. Hitting the workpiece makes it reverse indirect. I need to do this somehow. Okay, with the light behind me. Now that's not easy. Let me fiddle with this and do a little more winging it than I'm used to. The shadow right there. I don't know, there's no way that I can arrange the lamp to where there's no shadow. So I might have to do this outside with natural light so that there's no shadow. Natural indirect sunlight. Now, with practice, I should be able to get long flakes with this. But as you can see, this technique is mainly for short flakes. At least the way I'm doing it. To get longer flakes, I got to be up high and hit. You can't see. To get long flakes, I got to be up here and hit like this and hit on the edge. You're supposed to hit on the surface. By hitting on the surface, you won't be able to get long flakes. All right? You got to be hitting on the edge like this to get long flakes. You know, hitting on the edge. Hitting on the surface is only short flakes. Now, can I hit on the edge? Yeah, but it's going to dull the edge, and you're going to make mistakes. If you're going to hit the edge like this to get long flakes on the opposite side, you're going to mess up the edge you're hitting. So I don't think that this was used, this reverse indirect percussion with the horizontal, with the vertical punch on the thinning. You think it was used only on the notching. in the past, if it was used in the ancient past. Now, we know for sure it's used for notching in modern times. We don't know that this was used in ancient times. We don't know. But we do know this is used in modern times. And we know for sure it's used in modern times for notching. That's what we're sure of. We are not sure it can be used for long flakes. We're not sure this was used for notching in the ancient past. There's no way of knowing. Yeah, this is not good for what I'm trying to do. I mean, I can do the easy stuff on the side, but once it starts getting difficult, this vertical punch in reverse indirect is not good for side work, for side thinning. I got to do this in order to get this thin down. I got to do this and hit the tip, and that's counterproductive. Yeah, there's no sense in doing it that way because you can break the tip off. Now, we have not seen this technique being used to generate long flakes across. There are videos out there of people in India or Pakistan who use this method, but they're only using it for notching on video that we see. Could they be using it for long surface flakes? Yes, could be, but there's no videos of that. So chances are, no, they're not using it for that. So if you're out there saying, well, they probably use it for everything, you're guessing. Guessing is not good. All right. Let's move that lamp to where I'm used to having it so I don't mess myself up. Let's get this out of here so I don't have to deal with this. I'm going to clean this up here, and then I'll get back to the reverse vertical punch in a minute, or reverse indirect in a minute. It's a vertical punch, but it's in reverse. All right. There are videos out there of guys making mass-produced arrowhead pendants using the technique that's called reverse indirect. In case you're wondering, what is this? What is this weirdness? Yeah, in modern times, you can buy them on eBay or wherever for like $1 a piece, these little arrowheads made in India or Pakistan or Indonesia or wherever they're making them. And they're using this reverse indirect percussion method. Not this. This is horizontal indirect. Right now what I'm trying to do is make this base more regular, so when I do start notching it, it'll look like something good. I'm just regularizing it. Yeah. This is a 3/8 inch steel rod. But I'm just preparing it for the notching. Okay, so this is good enough. Yeah, that's good enough. I don't care. It's a broken piece anyway. This is just crude, okay? This is not beautifully perfect. I don't think it's beautifully perfect. It's just good enough for the video. Okay. Someone wanted to see it, so I said, yeah, I need to show it. I need to show how this works on Obsidian before I get anywhere, before I go anywhere else with it. I'm in a hurry. I need to calm down. I'm in a hurry to get this done so I can do something else. But I need to calm down. All right. Okay. Make sure it's well seated. All right, so we'll just do some notching. And if you can't see it, oh well. It's pretty straightforward. There's nothing special. You just hit the workpiece. Right? What do you mean by hit the workpiece? You'll see. Let me zoom back out. Hold on. Hit it with this. Hit it with the antler. See that? It's almost effortless, especially with Obsidian. Now, if you don't pay attention, you blow away too much of the sides because it really is kind of aggressive. Let me take my glove off so it doesn't interfere, but you can see it takes out some good flakes. You just got to be careful. See that? It's almost, I'm going to keep saying this, it's almost effortless. Yep, there it goes. Let's try on the other side. Well, let's try different. Let's try a corner notch. I'm probably hitting it too hard. These flakes are flying up into my face. Yes, so don't do it at this angle. Face this thing away from you and kind of look over the top of it and lean over the whole thing and hit it this way so the flakes are flying away from you like they do in India or Indonesia or Pakistan or wherever they're making these. They don't have this facing them. Right now I'm having this facing me so you can see it. But it's showering me in the face with flakes. You don't want that. That one hit me in the nose. And you don't want these flakes going up your nose either. I should get a face shield. I've been wanting to get a face shield anyway for the videos because I have issues with the flakes flying up in my face because I'm trying to film things at certain angles. Okay, so I'm running into the same issue I was running into on the bottom here. To get long flakes, I'm going to have to hit. To get long flakes, I'm going to have to hit the side like this to run long flakes up across. But reverse indirect is when you hit the surface, not when you hit the side. Actually, technically, reverse indirect is just basically, simply, and most generally hitting the workpiece with a mallet. Okay, so it could be the side, it can be the face, but modern reverse indirect is hitting the surface. Now, can we start doing it where we hit the sides like this to generate longer flakes? Yeah, we can. I mean, I can. And I might just do it just to get past this stall. But that's not the way it is normally seen to be done. Okay? See, I'm getting this kind of deal. So it's not a good technique to use for long flakes, just for short flakes. So let's zoom back in. And I'm going to try to unstall that. See how stalled that is? Now I can unstall it with pressure and then continue with the reverse indirect. Yeah, I can unstall that. Let's see. See, but I had to push inward. I can't get that flake with this. Not now with my skill level. Maybe, eventually, maybe. I suppose. But as of now, I was not able to unstall that without some pressure. Okay. Better. It's very, very aggressive. Yeah. It's very, very aggressive, so I got to be careful. I'm learning as I go with this. Barely any tapping is necessary. It is a percussion method, so it's very drastic compared to pressure. Unless you get a very light touch with the hammer. I don't have a very light touch with the hammer yet. My muscle memory is tending toward being very aggressive. I suppose with more practice I can be very, very delicate with the hammer. Again, it's starting to stall. I'm reaching the limit of what I can do by hitting the surface. But I can crunch in that notch and unstall it. I need a different tool to get in there. Okay. What did I do? I heard something pop. Yeah, I stalled it all the way. There. Yeah. If I sharpen this just as sharp as this one, I think that it will work better with the Obsidian. Yeah, I can't get the correct angle to pop that flake out. Yeah, it's too steep. Let's see. I want to try to do this with the reverse indirect. Some of you are thinking, oh, I was hoping it was going to be super duper easy because I have trouble with notching the Obsidian. I wanted something super duper easy. Yeah. Everybody wants something super duper easy. I was hoping it would solve all my problems in the world because I have trouble with Obsidian notching. Yeah. I can just hear some of you thinking that this was going to solve all your problems. It might, because you might have a natural inclination to try this. I'm not try it. Natural inclination to be good at this. And you're going to say, I don't see why you have so much problem with it. I tried it and I got it in 3 minutes. I was able to do everything that I couldn't do before in 3 minutes. What's the problem? Yeah, well, that's you. Yep. I'm having a little bit of trouble because I'm not very light. I don't have a very light touch with the hammer. Yeah, and it's pretty thick, right? So I think that's reasonable for it being so thick. What about a nice pop out at the end? Well, after I do like 10 of these videos, I should be able to get nice pop outs at the end. Yeah. Nice pop outs at the foot of the notches. What else can I try? Base notch? Yeah, Obsidian really does snap easy. Gosh, that removes flakes so effortlessly. Yeah. I mean, I'm barely tapping it. Yeah, I'm afraid to go further with it, but that's super easy as far as effort. Now, skill, it'll take time to get gentle with the hammering. Yeah, but I see it as a good technique. Maybe not for unstalling, but a good technique for making big notches. Maybe not small ones, but quick, large notches. Now, narrow entry and narrow notches on thick material, I know it can be done because I've seen it done on video. So that's another application. Not only is it quick, but it can be narrow with a thick material. So I think that's the two advantages. One, it's very fast, and number two, it can be used for narrow notching on thick material. Now thin material, I think it's going to be too aggressive and it'll break everything. Yeah, I was having a hard time on the thin parts. It's not really good for thin, unless you just barely tap it. You can do a narrow entry much better with pressure. Yeah. I think the reason why they use this technique for the pendants is because they make the pendants really thick so they won't break. In order to notch those pendants, they need a technique like this, like reverse indirect, to get those pendants notched with narrow notches easily and quickly. Okay, so that's the advantages of this particular method. The narrow notching on thick material done quickly. Yeah, that's the advantage that I see so far. All right, so that's it. That's how it works on Obsidian. And like I said, I'll be doing more of these. This is only part 2. There's going to probably be about 20 of these. 10 or 12 of the Romolo eBay shirt. I'm not done with that series. And about 20 of these reverse indirect percussion videos. But I'll be working on these on and off. So the sequence will be broken. I'll be doing like a reverse indirect video, and then a regular video, and then maybe another regular video, and then a reverse indirect video, and then maybe an eBay shirt video, and on and on. It'll be chaotic, random, and unplanned. Okay? So there you go. Another reverse indirect. Alrighty, that's it.